Such a ridiculous question.
Oh, you asked me that. I don't know. Let me think about that. No,
It's obviously kids.
Having kids is obviously infinitely more important than fake titties.
Yeah, so I don't find this particularly compelling. Like, obviously, you need to continue the species, and then you need to, and then not just that, it's not even just continuing the species, it's your own desire to have children and to continue your lineage, your bloodline. So
no, I was just curious.
I think we lay down and sacrifice our lives in different ways. Like men of our families, they will protect us, and then we sacrifice by giving our bodies.
True. Okay, let's get into the questionnaire. What is the minimum yearly income to be your future husband? Give me your answer that you wrote down.
Well, in my state, minimum wage is totally different.
Okay, just give me the quick answer.
60,000.
Just, okay.
Minimum $1 million a year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
1 million?
That's crazy.
Okay. We'll get back to that. What about you?
Okay, I may have overestimated.
Just.
But I said 100,000. I said 100,000.
Just spit it
Well, because I say that, and then you're like, "Oh, you're a Temu." Although to be fair, a lot of people like Temu.
Oh
so
my God!
You're a Temu, Megan Fox. I did. I did.
Yeah, but I don't need.
I said 100,000.
Do you know how? What is it? The Bill of Rights.
Sidebar conversations.
You know the Bill of Rights, how it has a preamble. I don't need a fucking preamble to every answer.
Well, I'm just defending myself.
Let me just include a bunch of irrelevant preamble, blah, blah, blah. Okay, just answer the question.
If you could give a few decibels to her, this would be such a good panel.
It would be so lovely.
A few decibels, you guys.
Okay, so what's the answer?
100,000.
Okay, what about you?
0.
I'm, okay.
Minimum wage.
Okay, what about you?
Like 80K.
All right, next.
40K.
All right, so I am $100,000 isn't. I'm not going to nitpick you on the $100,000, but to you, $1 million a year. Okay, and you live in Germany too, which is like kind of. I think if you live in Alabama or Mississippi, you have a better. I don't know. I can't even think right now.
More millionaires per capita? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's just something like the economic place of somebody who lives in like Mississippi or Alabama, which.
What do you think the difference is between like 500K a year and $1 million a year?
Well, the difference is you have more opportunity to do things, you know. I think like this double, 1 million double, like you can travel more, you can go on fancy dates and stuff like that, so you definitely see the difference.
And what do you think a man who earns $1 million a year is looking for?
He's looking for a woman who provides for him, is always
provides for him in what sense?
Emotionally, like when he's feeling bad, that the woman is always here for him, and emotionally, and looking good. For example, I think it's also important for a man that the woman is looking good as well, that she has a good hygiene and stuff like that. So
Fake tits for sure.
So just get a hot therapist, basically, and it'll be a lot cheaper.
Somebody who is.
Yep.
Let me just go do this cross-examination. So you want someone who is. He wants somebody who is emotionally there for him and has good hygiene and looks good. What else?
Like that he feels at peace, kind of like when we're together, that I make him laugh and that I just make him happy.
Do you think that a man with $1 million is really $1 million a year is looking for a comedian of a wife? Someone who makes him laugh?
I don't know. I mean, like maybe. I mean, like there are a lot of people who earn like $1 million.
Okay, so someone who makes him feel nice and everything. Okay, what about like exclusivity? Would you think that would be something that would be important to have exclusivity with your woman?
In what way?
That she's only with you and nobody else.
Yeah.
So why would a man who earns $1 million a year want to be with somebody who's engaged in prostitution?
I mean, like, it's like everyone has his own opinion. I mean, like there are men out there who still appreciate a woman who's doing OF for sure. I think like it's a lot of men who are like they have a really stressful life because like they earn a lot of money and they want to have a woman who's like there for them, obviously.
Yeah, but you could find a woman who's there for you and doesn't put her asshole on Instagram or doesn't put her naked body online. So
doesn't hold unrealistic expectations.
Just let me do it. So why exactly would a man who earns that kind of money and has those sort of options? Because in today's market, a man who earns over $1 million a year, like would you care how old he is?
I do care, yeah.
What's the age range that you would have?
Maximum is like 30. We need 30. I
Maximum
wouldn't
is
date
30.
anyone who's
Earning $1 million a year at 30.
Just let me do it. Okay. Maximum is 30. Okay. So earns $1 million, maximum 30 years old. Does he have to be attractive?
yeah, kind of.
How
yeah.
attractive? Like, does he have to be? How tall does he have to be?
It's not about height for me. It's like how his personality is. It's also attractiveness.
What are the
like
things that he has to have? Like, what's like non-negotiable?
humor. He should be there for me. He should understand me. And he should definitely have good hygiene. Like, this is really, really important.
Right. So, a 30-year-old, attractive guy who, understands you and has all of these emotional things going on, that earns $1 million a year. Do you have any idea how rare that guy is?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't exist.
Is that a fact? I mean, like, do we know that for sure?
What
that this is
percentage of 30-year-olds do you think fall into that bracket?
0.001 something.
Right.
What percentage?
So then 0.0 what?
I don't know.
If you had to guess.
0.1 something like that.
So then if that you're looking for a man who's in the 0.1, are you in the 0.1?
In what way?
Because you gave yourself a 6 before. You said you're a 6. So why would
How
a
I
man
look,
who's
yeah.
in the 0.1 want a 6 who's currently a prostitute?
It's not all about look. It's
No,
not all
but I'm asking
about
you the
looks.
question though, like why would that man who is in the 0.1 want a woman who is a 6, what you said, who is currently a prostitute?
Okay, it's not about the look, first off. It's also about the personality. And it's also important for me to have a man who's there for me. And stuff
I didn't
like
ask you what you want. I'm asking what he wants. So why would he want that, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. There are men who appreciate that I do OnlyFans. There are men out there. So this is
There
not
are
a
men
fact.
who appreciate what?
That I do OnlyFans, for
They
example.
appreciate, they like it.
They're okay with it.
Why don't you have a millionaire
Tolerate.
boyfriend then?
They tolerate.
Right.
Why isn't he in the picture then? Why don't you have a millionaire boyfriend who earns $1 million a year?
Because I haven't found him yet. I'm 21. Like, I have plenty of time left. So.
You think as you get older it's going to get easier?
Maybe yeah, maybe no. Sometimes the time was just not there. And yeah.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't even have to spell this out, but that is the most delusional. Like you before saying you're an 8 or a 9, that was delusional. But this is like you are literally living in fantasy land.
Yeah.
And I was picking on you before saying that you're a good microcosm of why liberalism works on young women, right? Why you can pump their heads with propaganda. They don't really know why they think what they think or what they think. And when you explain it to them, they maybe understand it a bit more, like you said before. But this, for you to think that you would only settle for a man who's a millionaire and who's 30 years old is such a level of delusion that I think it's almost a mental illness, if I'm totally
But I
honest.
actually do know men who are okay
Hold
with
on.
that.
But meet all your
Or-
standards
You know
too.
what though, Jake? I disagree with you a little bit. I actually think she's more delusional. I think her thinking she's a 9 is more delusional than her getting a guy who makes $1 million a year.
No, she said,
Like-
but she said a millionaire who's maximum 30 years old.
And attractive.
The age thing makes it a bit more difficult, but I think, and maybe that might change as she gets older. Like if she's willing to date like 35.
I
maybe
will
even to-
say though that
like she's got big titties. I could maybe see it. You know what I mean? Like it's still delusional.
the kind of guy that she would want.
She's got like knockers, you know. So
Look,
like some big titty guy.
I will say this.
You know.
Objectively, not a 9. Objectively, there's just no universe in which you're a 9.
Okay.
There is a universe in which you find that guy.
But
It might be a parallel universe in a land far, far away. Okay,
No, man.
You don't. Trust me, you don't. They want to have sex with you, but they don't want to marry you. Trust me. I can guarantee you.
Huge difference.
That
Yeah.
part, though.
You know what though?
Wait, so but
I
you
have
didn't
to-
rate me, and
Stop.
you rated me.
Oh my God, stop! It's not about you. We're
You're
focusing.
just talking about how it's ugly, so now I'm just
Oh my God,
curious.
but we're talking to her for now. So okay, back to this. I also slightly disagree with you, Jake. I think that, look, idealistically, these OF girls, the sex workers, the prostitutes, the strippers, whatever. I do think, look, it does make it harder for them to date. Like, it is suboptimal. I do think, though, there's a bit of cope where we want to say, you're damaged goods, you're never going to find a guy. Now, look, it does make it a bit harder. There are definitely men out there who don't want to date an OnlyFans girl or a sex worker, 100%. But I do think there's a level of cope, and I've talked to a lot of these OF girls. By the way, a lot of them claim they're single on the podcast, but then they've been like dating a guy for like a year. Like this girl, she's not going to admit it on the podcast. I'm not going to fucking expose her or anything. Bro, she's probably got a boyfriend. I don't know how much money the guy fucking makes. She's probably pegging him because she's the breadwinner, but I bet she has a boyfriend, but she won't admit it. But a lot of these girls, man, like they got boyfriends. I don't know if he's gonna make a mill.
I don't think that she has a boyfriend, and I don't think that it's even remote. Like, you might see that there is like occasionally an example of a girl who is an exception. And I will grant you that occasionally there are exceptions to the rule. You do see these stories sometimes where some guy wifes up a chick who's like an OnlyFans prostitute, and then you're like, why did you do that? And everybody starts ridiculing him online and stuff. But for the most part, this is like 99.9% never going to happen. Like, for the most part, women are going to engage in sex work, and then they're going to be essentially tossed to the side once they're like not attractive enough,
Yeah.
and once AI eventually comes and takes over OnlyFans, and once they're not really attractive enough to make as much money anymore, and then I doubt they've invested. Like, are you investing your money, or are you?
I do actually.
What are you investing in?
In titty transplant.
In buildings and stuff. I buy houses or flats or stuff like that.
She sells it to the elite. She rents to the illegal Muslims.
It's
No
okay.
way. I do it in a smart way.
What is that thing that you're doing?
Clock it. I'm
Instead of
clapping.
clapping,
Yeah, I'm trying to be
I've seen this, and
respectful.
this might be, of all the things I've talked
I'm
about,
trying
that
to be respectful.
might be my least favorite thing about the modern world is that people do that.
It's just
So,
me showing support without like being annoying.
I just.
I was gonna say,
Look, just to be clear,
it is a little annoying.
I still think it's like, because there's so few men who make that much money, I still think it is unlikely. But in the comparison here, like, this is more delusional.
So could I never
Like,
be a 9? Like,
I'm-
what would I have to do to be a 9?
I'm sorry, it's over. It's so over.
Yeah,
for
well,
you.
I
Like,
mean,
it's
you're
over.
right. I think you're right in the fact that that's objectively never going to happen. Like, you could really just do anything, you just wouldn't become a 9. It's not going to happen.
Sorry.
But
I said an
there
8,
is a
so.
universe in which you could, God forbid, marry a millionaire. But
That's 30.
and that's the I know.
That's the
I
thing
know,
that's
it's
crazy.
Bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
But it is possible. He would be a massive simp though, and he would just be an absolute spineless loser if he did that.
You know
I'm
what?
curious,
How about
though.
this, Jake? I think
You'd hate him.
I think a million Canadian. Like,
I think maybe a million
Bucks.
Thai baht would be understandable.
maybe like Vietnamese dong.
Thai
Hey,
baht,
I have a
yeah.
question though. Can I just clarify?
Sure.
He earns $1 million a year, like respectively, regularly, like that's his
Anyway.
regular income, or is he
Anyway.
just a flat out millionaire?
She said $1 million a year.
$1 million a year. So
Yeah,
that's a lot harder. If he's just a flat out millionaire at 30, I mean,
No, it's a million per year.
yeah.
Well, most men don't hit their financial prime until like 35 or 36ish years old. So it's already ages them out of that. And because then they're too old. But then you got to think about how many millionaires are actually attractive. Not very many, not very many. And then even less of those guys are going to look twice.
Oftentimes it is the OnlyFans girls who are the most delusional though, and this is what I've found every time I've done this podcast, and this is going to go over her head, like it'll literally be like water over a duck's back. She's going to get online and there's going to be 1,000 guys simping and
Right.
sliding into the DMs and, oh, you're so beautiful, please let me smell your feet, or whatever they say to
Yeah,
her.
naivety.
Yeah, and you're going to probably carry this attitude with you for the next however many years, where you think everyone just wants to have sex with me all the time and I can't fight them off. But then eventually the chickens are going to come home to roost. I know that you're not going to listen, but the chickens will come home to roost, and you eventually will realize one day that the delusion is not going to be good for you. But anyway,
Erica, let me have you read this one for us. Thank you, Cha. Appreciate it.
I think Jake's point, though. These men are not going to give you the storybook like you are dreaming of. He's either going to repulse you or entertain you only for reasons of lust.
Now, I guess just final thought on this on my end, just to be clear, very few, like it's less than 1%. I don't know the exact number. Maybe it's point. In Germany, it's probably even worse, right? There's very little upward mobility in Germany as compared to the United States. So $1 million a year, that's a very low probability. Like for any woman, like even if she's beautiful, I still think most women, it's still like such a small percentage of men. Like you might end up with like an attractive guy or a guy who's commensurate to your attraction level, but just the income alone, it's such a small percentage of men. So I think it's unlikely, but
Oh, does he have to be 6 foot tall too?
No, I don't care about the height.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
although to be fair, do you live in Germany?
I do.
You know what though?
Stuttgart.
Like I feel like European women are pretty attractive.
oh yeah,
Like I think they're hotter than American women.
unless you have like a cuck fetish, there'd be no reason for somebody who has $1 million a year to be marrying anybody who's not just like normal and attractive over
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was going to say, like, I feel like she could maybe get some, like, sucker in Miami, like some, like, black dude in Miami or something. But, like, a German dude, I don't know, man. Like, German women are I'd say pretty attractive. And
also the women, you'll end up hating him as well, because if you have a man who has that little boundaries that he watches you every day as you go and pleasure yourself on camera for other men and get naked for other men, something inside your body will be like, I actually hate you and I'm repulsed by you because you have no boundaries with me. I can do anything and walk all over you. Women are actually repulsed by men like that, so they'll end up hating them anyway. So,
and also, I guess more so on Jake's side of this argument here, even if it's like, I think I see, like I can sort of somewhat see the vision. Like if I was a betting man, I would bet against you. Like I'd definitely bet against you. But like, is there like a little, percentage chance? I can maybe see it. In any case, the guy who makes $1 million a year, and you say he's 30 years old, right? And assuming he meets your other criteria, this man has a lot of options, right? And so a woman who's a sex worker, again, there are men who are willing to date sex workers. You claim you've only done solo content, which I don't know. I don't know what you do. If you're on like the webcams what are you doing? Chatterbait? You're just like are you just masturbating, rubbing your pussy on camera?
No, actually not. Like a lot of people just think when I do OnlyFans, they already assume something, which is not actually true. So
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just doing solo content?
Yes.
Okay. In any case, a guy who makes $1 million a year, who meets your other criteria for what you're looking for in a guy, this guy does not need to resort, keyword resort, to dating a woman who's a sex worker.
Sure.
He doesn't need to. He can date. He can go find some like normal German Fraulein. There's plenty of hot German women. You guys have good milk there, so they probably also have big titties.
Yeah.
The German women, the Swiss women, they're drinking their fucking cow milk from the Alps and some shit. So, the big titties in Germany, it's more common, I guess. Whereas here in America, we've got our fucking terrible food.
Swiss
Anyways.
people are attractive. I will give them that. They're
Agreed.
No,
really
Europeans
90
are
pens.
fucking hot. So, I mean,
Agreed.
you get mogged. You get fucking crazy mogged by some like blonde hair, blue-eyed German chick. So, I mean, yeah, the guy who makes $1 million, he has an abundance of options. He can go date some like shy, quiet little German chick who's hotter than you and doesn't have OnlyFans, isn't a sex worker.
and he doesn't have to be
but-
he doesn't have to be a cuck as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
doesn't
it's
have to
all
tolerate.
about that. It's not all about the look. It's not all about OnlyFans. It's like also about the personality. Just like imagine you
but-
find your soulmate
Oh,
and you
but
like
she's
have
a whore.
no like
That's the technique.
seriously.
The L.
Look, it's just realistically speaking, okay, the fact that you do OnlyFans, at best, it's neutral for a guy. At the very best, It's never a positive unless he's a fucking cuck, as Jake said. It's going, for most men, it's going to be viewed as suboptimal. It's negative. Now, maybe it's a little bit negative. Some guys, or a lot of men, very, very negative. Major red flag, major deal breaker. So yeah, it's negative to a lot of guys. So $1 million. Look, here, okay. I'm going to step away here in a moment. I'm going to pass it off to Jake here for about 5 or 10 minutes. But as representative for the male delegation, I would like to propose to you our offer. Knowing that you are a sex worker and you do OnlyFans and you take pictures of your butthole and sell them on the internet, knowing this, the male delegation, I'm the representative, we're prepared to make you an offer. We are going to offer you the following. How tall are you, by the way?
5'3".
5'3". We are going to offer, his name is Hans. Hans. He's 5'9". He works at BMW HQ. That's a German car company, right?
Bavarian Motorworks.
Yeah. 5'9". He works at BMW. He's a corporate
Upper
guy.
management.
Well, middle management.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not. Yeah. He makes 100,000 euro a year. I don't even know how much that is converted. Is 1 euro? Anyways, whatever. He makes 100,000 euro a year.
Good wage.
He likes to, he yodels in his spare time. Or is that a Swiss thing?
Yes.
Do Germans yodel?
Not really. No.
Okay. Well, he has a model train set. You know, like in his garage or some shit. Do Germans even have garages? I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, you have garages, yeah. And he does drink quite a bit of what's a German beer?
What's
a German?
Heineken?
Yeah.
He drinks. He's not an alcoholic, but he does have one, two. He has a couple brewskis after
Couple of
work,
Vita beers.
a couple Heinekens. He's 26. Average dick. But he's like in good shape, you know. He goes to the gym. And he does 2 hours of video game per day.
If I would date him.
And sometimes he premature ejaculates. As representative of the male delegation, this is our final offer to you. This offer expires when you turn 30. Do you accept the offer?
No.
Okay, well, forever alone. Take it away, Jake.
No way.
Take it away. She rejects the offer. Ina. Okay.
L. Hans.
All right.